And we got bananas in chat from Ultimate Badass Andy, Hugsha, Birdie, King Zorn, Tiger Retur, Humbly B, Ollie again, Liam, Spangleboo, DJ Eccles, Sicarus DU, Big Ha, Lizzie Best, Surprise Tolpa, Talismancer, Shizuku 3158, King Zorn again, V Streams, Big Ha again, We're D. Peeps, welcome back to another live stream. Look at Derpopolis, looking pretty cool, right? I'm liking this place. So I want to build these areas up this stream. I want to do lots of building. But how is everyone doing? X has got something they need to talk about. Kinda did a mega derp today. I wouldn't even call it a derp. Like it's not a derp joke. Oh, we could buy up that entire island. I'm gonna buy that square though for 10,000. Very cheap in my opinion. Should we just buy them now? 12,000? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's all I can get at the moment. So we got to upgrade to the next level. And then we could do something taking over the entire island. Your everyday J Twitchers, I love when you stream Derpopolis. Please stream this 24/7,000. So 24 hours for the next 7,000 days. That's like over 10 years. I mean, that's a long time. Bit rate because of rain, says Surprise Toba. Oh yeah, the rain is going to make that video look horrible. I know all about that. Let's speed up the night time. I wish there was a mod that could just make it visible and you don't have to worry about stuff. What are the complaints over here as well? I don't think they're the worker ones. Not enough educated workers, which probably means we need to expand some more residential in this area, right? Which is kind of easy to do. So while that's happening, let me tell you about why I assume there's a sad face today, okay? I feel really bummed out. In a really big way. Let's go through the noises in the ear quickly though, right? And now we can slow down the game because it's daytime. We like it when it's daytime. We like it when it's daytime. So Talismancer's here, resubscribing for 2 months in a row, saying it's always a pleasure to catch your streams and I love your content, both live and on YouTube. Keep up the good work, X. Thank you for the lovely message, Talismancer. I'm glad you're enjoying what I do. And Nick Nasty TV is here, resubscribing for 30 months in a row. Incredible stuff. 30 months. Appreciated ever so much, of course. And I hope you both enjoy today's stream. Feel like we could free up some space if we just position this here a little better. Maybe it'll free up once someone's building in there. So let's have a look. Necrosages X, I brought this game after watching you play it. My first seed was a complete failure, but the second is going strong. Thanks for introducing me. Oh, I'm glad you're playing the game. It's a great one. It's a really good game. A little bit of commercial here and there. We always do. So peeps, like I need this stream. I need to feel good. Okay. I need to feel good. I always feel good when I'm doing some streaming. So I'm happy to have you all here today. Happy to be streaming with you. I did something that I've done before, and I regretted it last time I did it. I don't know how I've managed to do it again, but I've shaved off my beard. Okay? Now, you're thinking, so what? So what, man? What were you upset about? I love my beard. It sounds so strange to say, but I really like having a beard. I don't know, and the shape of your face with the beard on is just so different without. So I tried to tidy it up a little bit, and in doing so, like, you take off a bit, then it doesn't quite look right there, and you take off another bit, and then I started to go, oh, this isn't working, let's trim it down a lot and go all over, and then it's actually really hard with shavers and stuff to go all the way over all of the beard. So then all of a sudden you've got like long bits here and short bits there, and I kept going shorter and shorter, and I was like, I'm basically going to have to take it off and start again. And yeah, I took it all off and I was like, I hate this. And I did this before, and last time I did this, I was like, this sucks, don't ever shave it off again. And I've managed to have to learn the same lesson again. And like, I've been really upset by it, like, to be quite honest. Like, it's one of those things you can kind of laugh at a little bit. Spangleboo says no beard, unsubscribes. Brilliant. You can laugh at it a little bit, but I actually feel quite sad. Like, I really like the beard, and I keep going to stroke it. I've not realised just how instinctively my hand moves to the face to adjust the beard. And then yeah, I started to think really negatively and get really irritated and annoyed, and that wasn't very helpful. It put me in a bad mood. and a sort of step back from it. I'm like, this isn't really that big of a deal, is it? I think the problem is it kind of is. It kind of is a big deal, but it shouldn't be, right? Like, it'll grow back, but yeah, it's just made me feel bummed out and silly, and I just wanted to get that off my chest, you know? Just wanted to get that off my chest as we start this stream and say, did a silly thing today. Did a silly thing. Next time you should get a professional beard cutter to shape it, says Sicarus D. Maybe that's something I'll do. I kind of like to cut my own hair, but maybe not my beard. Maybe that's a step too far. Oh, I see why there's a gap there because of that. Let's put some offices on that one. So yeah, we're going to build up the area today. I wanted to come up with some more street designs, lay down lots of trees. Maybe, I don't think we need to mess around with our interchanges so much. This seems to be helping a little bit, as there is traffic moving through there. We've got trash problems over here, and we probably just need another incinerator for that one. Well, X, look at the bright side. You don't have to worry about getting food in it for a bit. My struggle is real, says Necrostage. That is not too much of a bother for me. The occasional crumb will drop into it, but I can handle that. I think I would gladly accept that if I could make it magically reappear. You know? Mr. Need says there are worse things happening in the world right now. A good friend and moderator for Biffa passed away. Oh, that's so sad. ROP Amiga. I believe I know Amiga through the interwebs. That's a name that sounds similar. Yeah, that's absolutely right. That's a great thing to do, is to try and realise that it's really not as much as a problem as you might think it is, right? And that's a strategy of mine. Oh look, people are using that bridge. That's a strategy of mine to try and think that way. But what I'm experiencing at the moment is like it's almost like the chemistry, the brain chemistry, the balance sort of changes in your head, right? And I'm just experiencing, or was earlier, like a little bit of a free fall where, man, I can't stop thinking like negatively. Like it affects other stuff, right? Like I start thinking negatively about other things because it's really wound me up. So I think it's good when you feel like that to sort of step back a little bit from the actual feeling and thinking and just sort of observe what you're doing a little bit, you know, because then you can be like, hang on, this isn't really a big deal. Like you obviously really like the beard, but it's not like the end of the world, is it? So what are you actually upset about? And the answer is, well, I don't really have anything to be upset about. I think what I'd like to do is add like a bit of a maintenance road that goes across the back here. I'm also noticing that a lot of these power lines, yeah, they look kind of pointless now. So to make sure we've got a good connection between... They probably don't like living so close to that place. Let's just add a teeny tiny bit of commercial just at the end of that street. It's probably not going to get visited a lot. That's fine. We could also maybe make a little bit of a connection here because our trucks have to go all the way around there to get into this area. So let's add a one-way street because coming back it's not as... Actually, because this doesn't connect to anything else, I think having a two-way street here makes total sense. So let's go and do that. Alright, and then what we also want to do is then have something go down here. And you see where this is? This is the area where I want to put my road. And the grid is going to be disrupted because of that. So I think we officially don't need any of this. I think when you take these down, you save some money as well, which is cool. Large Money Banks is here, resubscribing for 2 months in a row of Amazon Prime, saying, I'll be grown back in no time. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate the support. Yeah, it'll be back in no time. I just... Why did I do it, you know? Why did I do it? It'll soon be 2019. Soon be Christmas, and it'll be back somewhat. I Love Derp says, L and A and T with an E, bananas. How are you, X? I am good. I missed your streams, and I think I missed this one too. Sorry, I'm busy with YouTube thing. Got 500 subs, so very happy. Congratulations on reaching 500 subs. That is an achievement right there. That is an achievement indeed. Now, for a raised road, is there something special we could do? I like the idea of just using a bit of an odd road over here. Like, why would we have a 2-lane road? Nobody knows. Doesn't make much sense, but we're going to do it anyway. Alright, our road's going to start about here. It's going to curve around there. And it looks like a bit of the mountain goes through it. Oh, you don't like that road being there, do you? Well, deal with it, I guess. That's a little bit too straight. Perhaps we should turn off this. Yeah. Moneybanks, thank you again for the support. I can't remember if I said that. Your everyday J Twitch says, X, I imagined you as a skinny guy with glasses, but from the fact you have a beard and you're pretty beefy from your guitar videos, I'm picturing you as a lumberjack or a redneck. I much more look like a lumberjack than the other, I guess. Although I am quite skinny. But anyway, I'm without a beard. I'm having a beard panic attack again. Oh no. See, I really like the way that just sits in our... I really like that, actually. And we'll use the move tool to kind of just add and change a few things here and there. Now, I might change the direction of this road. If we have little, like, connections going off that are one way, we can literally make it a sort of traffic system for this. So, there's a one-way lane going back, right? And then most of the traffic moves through the 2 lanes, I think is how we should look at it. We're not actually going to connect it quite like that. I'm going to come back here a little bit. We will do that. But we need to make you up by 1. And let's just remove that because it looks like garbage. I think I clicked a little bit too quick there. And again, we can adjust this with the move tool. I keep forgetting about that. That tool is extremely helpful. There is a cargo ship down here. That's very interesting. That's very... Okay. Okay, that's there. We know that's there now. Alright, and that connection there is the one that I'm looking for, I guess. Right, now it looks like the lane changed direction. Oh, wow. Look at that. So if I right-click, although it's given us error messages, we shall see the lane change. I think I might just change this last bit so we have a one-way road going from there to there. Cool, now let's use the move tool and just tweak things a little bit. Right, I'm gonna drink my my tea over here. 2cog Monkey says I'm a metal 2 and I'm 14, so I can't have a beard, obviously. It'll start growing soon, don't you worry. Andy says this is my first stream as a college graduate. I am so excited. Congratulations, man. That's superb. Well done. That's really great. Happy for you, Andy. Okay, move tool. Oh, I was doing some other experiments with this off stream. That is really nice. I think we'll move it like that. So everything so far kind of looking all right. I kind of feel like maybe this bit just... not that. Oh, I'm not sure what moving that would do, actually. Let's bring that towards us a little bit. Maybe just one more that way. Alright, that's super cool. And then, we have this bit leading up to the dam. We'll probably have some residents living close to the dam. I think what we're going to do is extend this street back here. We're going to massively increase our residential area. Let's do so with some straight roads. Aha, we don't have the grid on, but we do have noises in the ear. It's Enoch's Legacy subscribing with Amazon Prime. Enoch, thank you so much for your subscription. It's appreciated. I hope you're enjoying the stream, hanging out with us here today, having a good time on all of that. I'm playing some City Skylines, obviously. We need some layout ideas, actually. I was watching, was it Python's video? I had a look at some of his layouts, and I thought a couple of the ideas were really quite interesting. And then I believe I was thinking I should go do some research before my next stream, and then I forgot about it. Okay, I'm liking that. That brings things close to the dam. We kind of want to connect the grid up a little bit here. Let's go and zone up some housing just in these spaces. All of that. And the streets behind them. Cool, now the thing we always need is pipes, believe it or not. Surprised the dam doesn't have a pipe connection, to be fair. Cool. I like my janky pipe setup. It's cool. Right, all of this area is covered as well. That's something else I wanted to check on. So we're making a lot of money. The money's just ticking up. That's fine. Malcozy says, I kind of want a beard, but one, I'm too young for one, and two, I'm not sure if I'll like it. Like I said, I'm too young for one, so I'm not sure if I'll like it. I wouldn't worry about it if you're too young to grow one. If you're old enough to grow one, I don't know, if you like the look of them, they feel alright, like, they don't itch. Some people say they itch. I haven't experienced beards itching. They just sit on your face and they kind of add a little bit of shape. And it's nice. Yeah, we'll keep coming back over here and doing exactly this, just steadily expanding the area with some more buildings. Tidmouth Milk says, I have ambitions to grow a beard because my mum doesn't want me to have one. Rebelling against the system, or actually just your mum, but yeah. I like it. Let's put in some small commercial, just around here. I think our demand for residential at the moment is at an all-time low, so we might not get a lot of action going on over here. I want to kind of build into this space and replace the power. Oh, didn't we unlock something? Solar. Should we build some solar panels? Some solar power farms. There should be a place where we build that. Also, question everyone, if we do build solar, does it only work in the day? Because the power goes up at night when people turn on lights. It's not the last source of power though. Geothermal. It does not pollute. Ooh. Solar updraft. Fascinating. Ah, it says it's got batteries with it inside it to store energy. Ah, so does this one. Okay. So that's 90,000. Twice the upkeep. It creates noise pollution. This is less noise pollution. The geothermal has noise pollution. Has less upkeep and costs less. So I think the geothermal might look really cool. It's got to be placed on a road. Okay, and it needs an area. Where in our city should we put it? I'm looking to expand. I'm looking to build some more connections, but I feel like we should plan an area properly for it. When is the next building event for the free entry on the Let's Play Minecraft server going to be, says Stamp? It'll be the next one that I organise, so it may be next weekend. Not this weekend, probably not the one after, but the one after that. I've been so busy with stuff lately that I've fallen a bit behind on organising that. So a lot of this area is going to end up being... Do you know what? It's this island over here I think would make a really interesting place to have something like this. We could possibly build a connection and reserve this part of the island for like a geothermal kind of area. We also got a noise in the ear from Biffa2001, resubscribed for 14 months in a row, saying the Citia needs more tea shoppies. Needs more tea shops. I've got a cup of tea right here, Biffa, as always. It tastes good even if I don't have a beard. Oh, thanks for the support, man. Appreciate it. Biffa, I was going through my old Hermitcraft videos earlier today because I had to, well, throw them out, so to speak. I'm going to delete them off my hard drive. It's just going to cost money to back them up, and I don't really think there's much point to doing that. But before I throw them away, I thought, well, I'll do something funny. I'll like edit all of the intros together, and there's fun of you and me, and you do the intro. You go, "Hello, YouTube," and you're like doing me in boring voice, and it was like episode 20 of Hermitcraft. Oh, it was brought back some fond memories. I really enjoyed watching that. So if we're going to build an interchange thing here, I have an idea, a brewing in my mind space. Okay, yes, I do have an idea. I'm pretty sure I'm going to miss something here. What we're going to do is start demolishing the road while the game is not running, so that we can build an interchange of sorts. Now, we were working with a 2-lane highway. Yes, we were. I think we might need to build... some smaller roads might help here. I'm really not sure how to approach this. JP Martins 3 has resubscribed for 11 months in a row of Amazon Prime, saying almost 1 year. 1 month away. Seems like I was just getting started watching your streams a couple of weeks ago. Keep up the good work. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Time does fly by, doesn't it? We also have S. Therang here resubscribing for 10 months in a row, saying time is just flying by. But it doesn't feel like 10 months. How is the tea? Gee, seems to be a common theme around here that time is flying by, right? You know? It seems to be a very common theme. So how about we try this? If we sort of aim roughly for the centre of what's going to be like a triangle. Maybe that's too far out. Okay, in line with that seems sort of promising. We come out to about there. Then we hop across. And we do something almost similar. Okay, now clearly that's the wrong type of highway, so we can just go and upgrade this. But what I'm thinking here is now we need just one lane to go from this side over to that side. You could wrap around. I'm thinking some sort of like roads that wrap around in thirds. It'd be nice if there were like a copy-paste tool so we could move the shape of one going across the other over and over again. The other thing is, if this were bigger, that turn could be on the inside here. It could be like an inside turn. It'd be a bit of a shot. I think that's worth experimenting with. So you can go to one or two destinations because there's only 3 points, so left or right. So the optimal place to put the turn is just on the inside there. I think we'll give it a try, and technically it'll be a roundabout. Oh, it'll be a bit of a roundabout. Psycho Size's roundabout. Yeah, we'll try and disguise it. Or maybe I see, the thing is, if I put some abstract road going around the outside, I think it's going to be a bit beyond my skill level. It's going to look ugly because we're going to need these roads to sort of weave in and out of each other. Then again, we've got the move tool, so let's just give it a try, I guess. We got a donation here. Noise in the ear from Asuma's beard. Or Asuma's boo, shall I say. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hi, X. I really miss you stroking me while you were editing videos. If I listen carefully, I can still hear you playing guitar and rocking out. Don't worry, I have gone to a better place. It's great living in your drain pipe. In my drain pipe? Hashtag never forget. XVX headbang. Oh, appreciate it, Spangle. That's nice of you. Yeah, but drain pipe. Tip for your peeps: don't ever put hair down a drain pipe. Quick way to get some blockage going on, you know. My hair is in the bin. If I were to flush it down the drain pipe, I might have caused a blockage. I'm thinking already this is too much for me. But you can almost see it kind of working, which is strange. And there is like a really nice look about that. So we need more of this road. And that's going to be relatively straight from this point. And it's probably going to go straight into a dead end, which is something else to point out, but whatever. Spangleboo says, nothing to do with me. Looks like you're writing. Looks exactly like you're writing, Spangle. Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe I've got it wrong. Also, Lego Dude 17 is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Thank you for your subscription, man. I appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying today's stream, having a good time hanging out with us as we build stuff. I could play this game endlessly. I just realised, like, you kind of go into a stream thinking, yeah, I'm going to build like loads of cool stuff, and then you kind of end up focusing a little bit too much on a small project like this. But that's the game, really. There's just lots of small projects to be on. Now let's look at the last one. I think the connection was a lot closer. It was... Okay, so if we're now going to use the move tool, right? Let's press M. Let's grab that pointer and sort of drag it in a little bit. And I kind of want to take this connection and drag it back, I think. I can see my use of this thing already starting to look a little bit dodgy. I mean, now the ramps don't look smooth. Maybe we shouldn't mess with it too much, you know. So our next one's going to go from there to there, and it's going to have to peel up from underneath. This is where it might all go wrong, you see. So again, we're starting pretty close to this thing. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, this is just too advanced for me. Too advanced for me, peeps. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That ain't going to work. Also, that means I probably want to go click on this thing and drag it. It's not too far off. Just drag it back a click or something. But that doesn't even matter because it's all going to go. Alright. So will that give us enough space? Possibly. I think I'm going to just peel these back a little bit as well. Let's get you down on ground level. Let's get a straight road going on. Snap to that bit there. Cool. So I reckon these ones need to come forward a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that. Underground tunnels, says Nanez. We could have done it with underground tunnels as well, but I think we're going to go with the roundabout way. So if I do that, I feel like that's really not going to be enough space. So how do we get it to peel away a little quicker? That just looks ugly. Maybe we should just go for that effect. That might actually be enough. Yeah, that might actually be enough, you know. Alright, now it's putting these little circles down. So maybe from here... let's try it with a slip road, actually. Yeah, it's allowing that. So let's not go too close to that middle bit. Actually, it might be exactly where you want to go. That might be the best we've got. Don't look very safe, does it? Hey X, did you just start? Says Ghost Fire Gloom. We've been streaming for a little bit now, my friend. Let's try and come back to the middle of this section. Now that's more like it. Maybe we can use the move tool now to manipulate it further. So we're sort of going from arrow to arrow at the moment, aren't we? Kind of works. Let's go grab this road. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you very much. I like the move tool. It's my favourite tool. Brilliant. Now that may have overdone it a little bit, but in going back though, it does still look a bit much, doesn't it? Also, those trucks don't look very healthy. Okay. We'll make this work. It certainly needs a bit, but the further back it goes, kind of loses a little bit of charm as well. Okay, now this one. Gonna come back, gonna wiggle to that side a little bit. And you know what? That's looking pretty good. That's looking really good. Thing is, a lot of traffic is probably actually just going to want to go straight through, potentially, on this road here. So, maybe we need to upgrade the type as well. Is this vanilla, says Car Creator. It's mostly vanilla. As you saw there, though, we were using a tool that isn't vanilla. So, yikes. Upgrading it, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a bit of a problem. This is why I'm bad at making interchanges, because now we're going to have crossing lane problems. Now this is a terrible interchange. What am I thinking? Oh, you're going all the way around. Fascinating. So maybe what we do here is we sort of supplement it with another road. We've got a 2-lane highway here. Maybe it can peel off of this one in this middle space. Jeez, there is not a lot of room to click on stuff here. It does not want to come off of there, does it? Yeah, I don't see this working. Insane solution from a traffic security standpoint, says Kitty. Yeah, it is. It's like, now I can see what's so absurd about it. Okay, let's take a step back. Let's destroy those roads. Let's take... we'll do the 2-lane here, because we're splitting up, so that might actually work. I think next time I need to be prepared. I need to do research and know what road it is I'm going to be working on. So I can make it a lot better than this monstrosity. Ooh, that might not be how we want to do that. Okay, that's sort of looking alright. Let's also move these little junction points in. That's looking a little bit better, isn't it? Let's change that up a touch. Okay, in which case I think this road here is probably too big. So let's go and upgrade it to a smaller type. Oh, you would, wouldn't you? You would just do that now. Just to mess with X. Maybe this is why we need that road anarchy mod. Maybe I can get away with rebuilding it. Alright, now we need a right-hand turn. And a left-hand turn on that one. But otherwise we've got this one built in. So turn to there and a turn from this side to the other. I think that might be a little bit more manageable. So we'll start off with this road, as it's going to clearly be on the inside. So we'll plop you about there. That kind of turn looks alright. Right, and now we're going to need this tool, so... get that... See, I don't want it to be directly straight like it is at the moment. Maybe the move tool fixes that then? Oh, that's looking nice. Okay. That kind of makes me think that this bit down here looks a bit funky now. Maybe I should have left that alone. Right, and now we need one going from this side all the way around to the other. My friend plays with Road Anarchy and built a slope that was like 45 degrees, says Lego Dude. I mean, that's the stuff that puts me off that one, right? But then, when all of a sudden you're trying to build what feels like a simple road, it's like, oh, actually, I see the purpose of this now. What's stopping me from building this? I think we've got a support that's in the wrong place, basically. Yikes. So we should probably demolish that. Probably come back down to this level. Maybe start from about here then. Let's get it right up to where we need to loop over the top of it. Now, will that be enough? Oh, it looks like it will, actually. So, we get to really kind of choose and control that at this point. Very good. And wow. Now that's looking okay-ish, isn't it? This one here's got a much nicer curve, and it kind of hugs as well. So I don't think we need to change too much of that. I feel like this point here probably needs to come back in a tiny little bit. Then as for this road, it's just the straightness here that's a problem. So can we try and get a little bit of curvature going on? I think you ought to click in the middle to make them bulge a little bit. Right, and that's sort of almost there, isn't it? Maybe that one needs to... something like that. Feels a little bit smoother now. Also kind of looks like maybe this can go downwards. Now if we click on it, wrong tool, if we use the move tool, click on that, page down, right? That is very fine adjustments. You can hear me pressing that a lot, can't you? Okay, we won't go crazy then. But that is our interchange now. Full, proper interchange. River Plasma Hero says, custom interchanges are a lot of fun. They have so much character. I almost agree with you. I think, yes, you're right. But what I don't like is that they don't look like real interchanges to me when I build them. They don't feel that great. This actually looks, in comparison to the height of this one here, this looks way too high. Let's just... To save time, let's try and wing this a little bit, right? So I'm going to hold it... Ooh. Hold it down a fair bit. Eyeball it, I think, would have been the better term. This one here can come down a lot. Yeah, like that. And then that one... Oh, that's much better, much better. Okay, so I think this one is probably in need of a tiny bit... Oh, how close is that there? I think we're going to get away with that. This one here. Oh, that's good. That's good. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I think that's pretty well balanced now. So we've got our interchange like that. Now, how do we connect these roads here to whatever traffic system we're going to have here? That's something that I always think ends up looking a little bit ugly. Let's go do a little bit of a city check, because we've brought a new area over here, of course. And someone is without water. Let's continue expanding this. If you remember, the reason that we're doing this is so that the power grid connects. If we go to the power lines, you'll see that we no longer need these, and we can continue with our road project. So this road right here might end up diverting other sorts of traffic for it. But we'll see what happens. Where is it? It's going to be in this one. Cool. So, sticking with that ledge, that ridge, it would possibly go... I don't like that. I think we'll come back and we'll try and keep it above for a little bit longer. Yeah, something like that. And then that last bit can be the connection. Oh, that looks really good. And there we go, we've got our service road. That's what we're calling it, a service road. Now the service road is going to need some connections into the city. One-way connections, of which this is the smallest type of one-way connection I think we can build. Syntax Error 37 is here, resubscribed for 11 months in a row, saying, "Hey X, good luck with the roads." Thank you, man. I'm going to need luck, because this game tricky, you know. I'm a bit of a newbie with this stuff, as you can probably tell. Oh, that's a great little connection right there. Didn't even have to move the houses. Coming up through the rocks. Perfect. I like that a lot. Are you excited for the Green Cities DLC too? Says Car Creator. I believe we've already got that. It's running. I think I'm running it right now. Okay, so here's our next little expansion area. We'll be expanding this. That'll go through the park, unfortunately, which means that your house has to go in order for us to expand the area. I'm so sorry. I guess we'll have like a bit of a grid here that's... How big do we want it? As big as that. For now, we're not focused on expanding it too much. We're looking for where the connection is. The connection is going to be here. And again, we've got that nice, slightly above the ground road. That's cool, that stuff. So, going to have a connection there. We're going to have another one over here. I believe we'll make this a big interchange right here. Let's, just for the sake of keeping things interesting, let's have a 4-lane road sort of coming to this spot. So that's going to harbour a couple of connections that go in either direction. So it's a busy road. There's not much room to do that yet. And then we're going to have our one... Oh, now, if I just do that... Oh, and it connects up perfectly again. I want to keep the roads like that, because these are the service roads. Awesome. Alright, that's wonderful. We might mess around with heights and stuff as well. Like, that's a nice smooth slope. This one's a bit steep. So what if I were to cancel this and just nudge... Ooh, wrong direction. That sort of upwards. And that's awful. Yeah, I think I'll undo that a little bit. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so that's the service road for all of those trucks. Question is, are they going to start using it? It's been primed for them to use, to come down here and get into different parts of the cities easier. It might just be that it's not actually that easy for them. Lego Dude says, why are those connection roads one way? It's not... Well, those bits are, yeah. I mean, we could experiment. We'll see what happens. My thinking was that these trucks could go down this road nice and easy, and then they have their own little ways into these areas. But we could make it a two-way thing. Let's give it a shot. Let's actually just change them all to two ways and see how the traffic works. So, two-way, and two-way for our service roads. So Golden TNT MSD 14 has resubscribed for 18 months in a row, saying success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts, Winston Churchill. That is a lovely quote. I really like that quote. Thank you for sharing it. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. That's wonderful. X, have you used the night neighborhood mechanics? You can tell the different areas to behave differently, like forbid a truck. B, a green hood, only allow electric cars, etc. I've not gotten deep into that stuff yet. I think we need a fuller, more operating system. Before we can do that. What does this mean? Because that looks very, very bad. I think that means this is. Is it just that one? Oh, I mean, you have the. Hang on, no, it's. I know what one it is. Sewage treatment. I'm pretty sure that means sewage treatment is awful. And because I've been busy building. It'd be nice if those sorts of alerts popped up somewhere else. Wouldn't it? Now, are any of these things going to get fixed because of that? Clicking on the wrong one. Doesn't look like it. Let's just whack that all the way up a bit more. Eco water outlet. It's pretty obvious what I've got to do, right? Got to add another one of those. I'm glad I spotted that now, because they might have started moving out before long. Right, and the game is paused, is another little bit of a problem there. Sewage treatment is still pretty rotten. Okay, it's going up a little bit better. We're going to see some relief here now. Let's whack that budget up to full. And it's all relieved. Wonderful. Cool. And now we can probably bring the budget back down. Alright, glad we spotted that. Must remember to do little checks around the city every so often. So going back to this area, how are we going to make this highway thing interesting? Gallia Fryan says, X, I think you can limit certain traffic on certain roads, so you can make it a service-only road accessible by services and limit civilian access. Yes, that sounds very familiar, actually. But at the moment, nothing at all is using it, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Now, remember, we're trying to build a power facility over here. And I want this to look really built up and industrial, and I can't remember much of the tricks. I think we used a lot of custom assets before. Because you kind of want to put things around. That's an interesting building. You want to put things around it. And I used to have all these assets to put around, like industrial-looking buildings. Except we don't really have... I don't think we have access to anything quite like that. Ooh, floating garbage collector. What? Oh, is that like something you build in the water? Huh. So I just sort of put it here and it... Oh, look at where the pollution's going, by the way. It's going over that way. Wow, we've made a lot of pollution, actually, in this area. It's disgusting. Someone else in the future can clean it up. Anyway, let's go look for some stuff. What's that? Road maintenance deep. See, things like that we could put in this area just to make it feel a little bit more built up. Now, we built some really big, thick roads over here, and they kind of look a little bit empty. So I think that those roads are a little bit too big for our needs. However, what I do want is some one-way roads. Poop River, says Kitten. Poop River. Talismancer says, someone else in the future can clean that up. Yep. Geez, X, stop being such a polluter, says Cuplex. Hey, we're moving towards green energy right now. We're doing the good thing, you know. It's now trendy to do the good thing, so that's why we're doing it. Right. So if I build a connection... Yeah, this is where we're going to build our first... Actually, it's not. We're going to come here, go there, in line with that, and now we're going to go... Right, and that's going to go all the way over there, isn't it? No, it's not. Of course it's not. Let's try again. 1, 2, 3, 4 this time. We're going to go up to 4. Bam! And now we've got a road going across. Looking pretty superb. I'm going to delete that now, believe it or not. So this is going to be our facility. We'll probably surround it with woods. This is going to be like this big road that goes around the outside. That is a one-way road. I thought I was building a two-way. What the heck? I managed to totally confuse myself. 4-lane with bicycle roads. What if we built like a bicycle bridge that went from this bit over there? That would be so weird. Just a little bicycle lane. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. And I guess there's no point in having it with trees since there are none. Stampy HD1 has subscribed with Amazon Prime, and so has Peak with about 7 or 8 Ks. I can't count them all. Peak, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you, Stamp, as well. We also got Raining Death. Oh, what a lovely, pleasant... Hey, peeps, I just looked outside. It's Raining Death. Raining Death is here, subscribing. Thank you so much for the support, man. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. Because I've been enjoying it. This is exactly what I need to take me off of my blues, my beard blues. Oh, that down the middle is wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so this is going to be our facility now. A massive grid that's raised up. So the buildings themselves are going to be in this area down the middle. Right, and here's another thing. Building like perfect squares and stuff ain't always as interesting as you think. So let's go like that. To add some character, we are going to have it so there's a smaller section on that side. Let's also change this one so it's longer. Okay, and then we destroy those. Cool. Now, what we're going to do next is make a connection from these roads down to our highway that doesn't look terrible. And that, I think, is not going to be too difficult. Let's go and grab a highway. And make a connection from here. Yes, we want you to snap to that. Alright, so that's the exit. That bit there, not looking good. Not so keen on the land coming up with it, but I guess it'll work for now. Right, now if you're coming into this area, what we're going to do is create a bit of a spiral, I think. So let's go grab this tool. Ah, I've still got the move tool, that's not good. Beard Blues, did you shave it off, says Tolbert Games. I did. Oh god, it sounds so horrible to say out loud. I shaved off my beard. Like, what an idiot. How did that happen? I need a time machine, peeps. I still feel genuinely bummed out about it. Oh, that's how much I like my beard, I guess. Oh, I've just realised something. We're using the wrong type of road. But, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, that's more like it. Now that is fine. And that's some interesting looking connections, is it not? I think they look very interesting. Now let's go and upgrade this over here, because that's the wrong type of road connection. Sweet. Pretty happy with that. I think this side over here might need some change. I think a lot of it's going to need some changes. Right, here's what I'm thinking. We are going to grab the road type that we were using. Going to extend this grid. I don't know what halfway of that is. Okay, now I actually want to end this road. We're going to do so like this. Wait, what am I doing? I'm trying to grab... that'll do. So it's too close, and now it's not. So we'll go out one full section all the way down to the ground. Very good. And demolish that. Now, if it's looking very odd, it is what it is. Maybe it needs to actually keep some sort of connection between these two. Hi, I've still got demolish on. That's... No, that just looks silly. Okay, now we're going to build a grid. And we'll put our geothermals in the middle of that grid. That's how we're going to play this. So, power. Where be the power? Power be there. The geothermals be hanging out here. Are we going to put in some of those as well? I think I decided those ones weren't as good. So, 65,000, 1,000 upkeep a week. It will produce 80. That will do 112 to 60. That's slightly more. This is actually probably not as good a ratio. That one, however, 240, that's the best one, isn't it? Although the upkeep is double. Let's just... that doesn't even fit in there. Slight problem, it doesn't actually fit. Wonderful. Yeah, let's put them that way, side by side. I feel like maybe what we should do is grab the roads and build the same thing in reverse. So... let's go 1, 2, 3 down to here. And how big was that grid? It was 2. We need to go to about there, 2, and then ow, my body just twitched. And then we're going to build another 2 geothermal plants over here. Except the whole oh jeez, I wasn't paying attention, was I? The whole thing has been built above ground. It makes no sense. Try that again. 1, 2, 3. Maybe you need a 4th. You need a 4th. Fussy. Wait, what one are you connecting to? The wrong one. It's always the wrong one. Alright, and now we go get our geothermal. Bam. This has ended up being a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I'm actually going to remove this bit over here. We might end up changing this connection. In fact, I think what we should do is come back to this point here. Now I'm really not sure. Let's start here. Let's start with our 2-way ramp. Okay, and let's go grab the tools. We're going to come out to that point there. That's going to sort of get us... You kind of want to do like a 360. So maybe we build a straight out to about there. And then start working on a curve. This could work. This could work. It's just all a bit too big, is the problem. We're going to need to make that loop in without looking too odd. In the future, will there be any more nostalgia streams, says Buzzy? Absolutely, yeah, we got plans for nostalgia streams for sure. Now maybe here's where we need to go a bit tighter with the curve, something like that. That might just... we're definitely going to need to bring the move tool in on this one. Now, what do you guys think about that? Apart from the horrendousness at the end there, I feel like that's got a huge amount of potential. In fact, I think it might be easier to rebuild it rather than use the move tool. Let's get a little connection there so we can make that road shorter. Alright, so we're going to have it a little bit straight. Bam. And now we're going to have it turn the corner on like one full thing like that. Then it's going to be a bit smaller. Maybe even smaller than that. In fact, that don't look right. Lately watched your Roller Coaster Tycoon series. Kind of sad you stopped it so quickly, says Buzzy. So am I. I don't know why I stopped that. Like, well, I had a reason at the time. I think I stopped it because I decided I wanted to do this thing like I did when I was a kid, when I like decorated parks, like crazy detail. Really, really enjoyed it. But then when I went to do it, I kind of realised that, man, I was a kid. Like, I just had nothing to do all day, and so it was like, you know, easy just to sit there for hours on end and do this stuff, and it wasn't quite the same as I remembered it. So I got a little bit frustrated with that, and then I felt like I was sort of letting the series down, I guess, and thought that I needed to end it. I think that's kind of how it went. I can't make this look good by building it, can I? I'm going to give it one more try, and if not, I think it would be time for the move tool. I think maybe we need to start off by that one not pushing out anywhere near as much, and then coming across by about halfway. This is where I need to start lowering it down as well. Now that, yeah, it has actually ended up looking a little bit better, so time to use the move tool. We will start off by grabbing all of these. Yeah, that looks okay. Right, and now the problem seems to be perhaps this corner and that bit there. Let's push that in that direction. Back by one. I think we're getting close to it looking good. And that, I think, is probably it. What do you reckon? I think that looks alright now. So, I think what we need to do is extend this grid that we have going on to surround the whole thing. One thing it could do is maybe just go across the front like that. I don't think that looks anywhere near as interesting. Well, that is our geothermal thing, and hasn't really left us with the roads to build extra stuff on, so I think we need connections going from there to there as well. Oh, and apparently I've built it bigger on one side than the other. Well, that's just wonderful. What other sort of power stuff could we build here? That would have been a nice little thing to have right in the middle, wouldn't it? That would have been a very nice thing to have right in the middle. Oh, we could build another 2 of those. Oh, that's good. That's very good. Now, how much power is that producing? A stupid amount of power, peeps. We're producing a literal stupid amount of power. So what do you guys think of this thing so far? I need to surround it with a forest. I think these roads might be a little bit too close. As we need some other sort of servicey buildings in here and a way to get the power out of there. What I reckon we should do is destroy all of that and build it again, obviously. It was this one here, wasn't it? So if I grab this tool, something like that. Gives us a little bit more room on either side. Looks good, X says, oh my god, it's John. Thank you, John. Glad you like the look of it. I think what's really important is that we get some big fields of trees around here. Just so it looks like it's more built into a foresty area. Okay, so that was one type of tree. Get another type around here. And that area as well. Let's get some of these in. And let's go... How big are those? Oh, not so big. These ones. The palette I'm using, I just noticed, keeps getting bigger and bigger. So it's pretty built up, but doesn't feel too necessary. These roads need to end up being a little busier. We'll build it up with time. I think this is looking reasonable for now. Let's go and grab a power line and bring it from over here. Can I make that go higher? I can. And connect it to there. So now all of that's being connected to that grid. I believe we should be able to just slide the budget all the way down on those ones, because we probably have a stupid amount of power. Now the place that I wanted to expand was up here, so these will be... Yes, please don't ask me every... Okay, you're asking me every time. Now they're loving that. Oh, wait a minute. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Bring the budget back up. Bring the budget all the way. Jeez, we were going to have some problems then. That's why I opened this, so I could see the availability. Yes, yes, and yes. Cool, it's all the way back up now. So we don't want any of that, do we? No, we don't. And then this stuff down here would be next to go as well. And we keep an eye on the power, and it's still all the way up, which is wonderful. Alright, and it's still pretty high up. I think what we'll do is just knock that down a fair bit. Sweet! Grab the entire power line, says Bovine's Smash. The power line can stay there. It is a bit ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculously high. Water is an issue. Why is water an issue? Water availability. Did I accidentally destroy a water tower, perhaps? When I was clicking... Look, there's one of those still there. This is where we pump the water. So they're claiming no power, but they are connected... Oh no, they might not be connected to the grid. Let's have a look. Aha! Bam! Let's just put that back there quickly. And resume the game, so the water should be fixed now. The pumps have no power, says Papercat. You are correct. You are correct. C2W Alex says, double viewers since I joined, smiley face. Thank you everyone for tuning in, by the way. It's a Monday. On Mondays we usually have more viewers than usual. It's one of those things I've noticed. Mondays is a day where people are free to come and check out the Suma being a derp. Talk about being a derp. Shave my beard off. Oh god. Oh god, it's such a terrible decision. Oh, I'll have to grow it back again, I guess. Yeah, let's do from that side to that side there. And then a couple of cul-de-sacs to kind of fill in the space a little bit. Should we have any housing down here? I don't think we will. I don't think we'll have housing on that side. What we will do, though, is have a curvy road from here to there. And we'll leave that space open, actually. Now, I reckon what we should do is just have a little bit of commercial in this strip here. So this is going to be like a shopping area. Just in the middle of this space. And the rest of it can be... suburb heaven. Let's go put some parks in here before we get too carried away. What types of park have we not built yet? Park with trees? Goodness me. I like parks that have trees. Large playground for the kids. How about just off the side of our commercial bit? We're going to have one of those. A botanical centre. Wow, that sounds wonderful, doesn't it? And a dog park. We built plenty of those. I think we're kind of there. Do you know what we do need to build? We need to build unique buildings. Ah! This is what we could potentially... We can build the football stadium, peeps. We can build the football team. This is perhaps what we should build over in that geothermal area. Stuff like the media broadcast building, right? I mean, I don't know what benefits it provides. Increases the effectiveness of advertisement campaigns by 20%. So 800 a week doesn't sound like a lot. It might actually be a lot, but that seems like a way to perhaps increase productivity of your commercial aspect in your city. I don't know where we'll build that, but in here there are parks. The Statue of Wealth. I feel like... oh, let's put it up here actually. We're going to knock those couple of houses out and put it right there on that corner. Right, now our residential areas are truly satisfied, as you can see from the thing down below. So we need more industrial or offices, and we also need lots more commercial. We've got the strip down here that we can kind of expand. I think what I'd like to do is change up the middle strip to the higher density. I think we've got to right click and then left click, and that will replace all of that. Cool, so we'll expand that area temporarily. Stampy HD says, what do you think? What do you do when you need to study to exams on Thursday and it's too lazy to do it? You watch Assume, Mr. Stamp. Do your studying, young man. I will not have this. This lack of studying. I feel guilty when people tell me they're not studying and they're watching my streams. I'm pretty sure I just saw a bike go through a car and another one. They seem to like... Oh, jeez, that one went through too. They seem to just not care, do they? I don't mind that. Oh, do you know what we could use here? We could use our wonderful mod. Oh, yes, let's do that. So, if we go over here, we'll play it by eye, not by ear. That is superb. Cool. That looks a lot nicer now, doesn't it? That is a bit of a steep uphill if you're on a bike, though. Hey, maybe we could lower it even further. It doesn't look... Oh, goodness me. The height there is ridiculous, isn't it? It's redonkulous. Let's grab this. Move it down. It's I think it gets a bit laggy here because all the cars on it which end up floating. They don't like floating. Pretty sure. Oh, we selected the pillar instead of the other thing for a moment there. Can we grab that? Yep. I think that one there could probably get lowered a bit. And maybe that one as well. Nice. That's really good, that mod, isn't it? Made that bit look cool. Any Let's Play Minecraft together today, says Incantum. Not today, my friend, not today. Very close to increasing the population a little bit further. We have just satisfied the demand for the commercial over here without filling up that space. So I think I know what we need to do. We need to put offices up in this area. What'll be going on over here? Can we demolish... Oh, you bring power to there. Maybe we should just go to that space, demolish that, because we want to put in some more of these types. So yeah, let's look for the spaces. There should be some more here and there to fill in. Probably more so in this area. I think we'll go with those two plots right there for now. And then maybe there's a few little spaces we can squeeze them in over here. But it's a lovely busy area, isn't it? And it's not got crazy amounts of traffic, which is very I love the high-rises up here. They look superb. They really do. We got Disco Crafter 1972 resubscribing for 4 months in a row, saying whoop whoop. 4 months, great job, X. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you doing the resubscribing. I appreciate that. Let's go and demolish this. Hope you're enjoying the stream, of course, and let's just fill that row in. That's like that area completed. That being said, maybe this is a cool spot to put in a unique building, as we do want to eventually get all of these, right? Apparently we've built that one before, so a park I don't think is going to be fitting at the end there. That might be... Oh, here we go. High interest tower. Expo centre. Stadium. And a central park. Oh, what are these ones? So what is that thing there? Modder packs. Oh, right. Robotics Institute. Wow. That looks massive. So I think, of all the ones I've seen, maybe the X... Oh, goodness me, that's big. Maybe not then. Oh, goodness me, that's big as... That's kind of ugly big, like... I think that would look way out of place down the end there. A festival area or the media broadcast building would probably look pretty cool sticking off the edge of there. Or Oriental Pearl Tower. Noise pollution. What do you think, peeps? Should we put that at the end there? I think you're going to say yes. We just built it. I don't even know how much it costs. I don't even know if that was a good idea or not. I do know that the land there looks horribly janky, but it does seem kind of fitting, right? Like if we could transform the terrain here a little bit. Where are those tools for doing that? If we could just make that look a little bit better. I don't know what I'm doing here, but let's hope it... Oh, that don't. I don't know what I'm doing. Assume I ain't got a clue. What am I doing? I can't figure it out. It looks ugly. Please change it. Let's use the move tool here. People in chat are saying yes. A resounding yes. Am I? Oh, yeah, I'm using the move tool. Okay, that was the wrong button. Now that, the front of that clearly don't look good, so we'll bring that back. I think we can only get away with a tiny bit of that. Yeah, that is what it is for now, since I don't know how to terraform, but does look like pretty cool sitting over the edge there. I think we'll need to make an effort to make the area, this area, a little bit, how did you say, posher or something like that, so the buildings go a little bit taller. Now we have access to a harbour, a cargo harbour, an eco-water treatment plant. This is all the stuff we want to build over there. And unique buildings. I'm liking this. Very cool. This is the sort of stuff that we actually want to build in this space, right? Some more servicey type stuff. I think that's what we want to do there. Looks perfect, says Buzzy. It does look perfect, doesn't it? Let's go put you there. Connect that. Go into that space. Very good. We're probably not going to have much luck expanding at the moment, but we will try and do it anyway. How are our services? Lots of electricity. Water budget can go up. So let's drag that one down a bit more. This one up a bit as well. How is the trash industry doing? We are looking good. We should probably drag that down a little bit. And over here, they need some water. Of course they do. It makes complete sense that they would want water. Alright. We can build little things over here. Maybe a bunch of little shops now. We'll leave that open. So this bit here. Oh yeah, didn't I say like I wanted to up things around here? Maybe we should put like a park. Oh, let's try and get another unique building in. So that's probably not suitable. But another type of park. Look, there's one here. The Fountain of Life and Death. Let's have the Fountain of Life and Death just right there. Doing its thing. Being a Fountain of Life and Death. And maybe this is an opportunity to just drag this out a little bit further in this direction. I don't know where I'm going with that, but that's a little bit of zigzag. And that is so we can put some offices in this area. Since we still have demand for offices. Cool. And let's also put something on there. It's looking alright, isn't it? Man, this city's gorgeous. Let's also go click on this and buy that. Yes, we will buy that. Sweet. So now we've got this big chunk right here. Very cool. Are you ever going to play Minecraft on your channel, says Emilp25. Yeah, we play Minecraft here every now and then. Quite often, actually. What is this? How have I not noticed it? Is this some sort of, like, water channel thing? And what is that? That's fascinating. I don't know. Someone in chat will tell me. What a lovely tower on the shore of Poop River. You got a good point. We need to clear up the poop, don't we? Oh, I bet they're feeling the pollution around here. Hey, we're starting to go green, alright? Leave us alone. We're doing our best to go green in this area. So we've established that what we need is some more of these buildings that we've unlocked. That one right there. So water treatment plant. It purifies the sewage. Cool. So we have to build that on the shoreline, right? It kind of looks like shoreline recommended. Interesting. It recommends a shoreline. We recommend you build this at a shoreline. So, how about we come down? I want to get a nice slope here. Is that going to be a nice? That looks like a nice slope, doesn't it? We've got a noise in the ear. It's Humbley B throwing some bits at me, saying, "Clean up that pollution, love heart." Hey, I said it was someone else's problem. Someone else. Oh wait, I'm in the future now. Jeez, it's my problem. Yeah, we're going to be cleaning up that pollution. Don't you worry about it, Humbley B. It's going to get happened. It's going to get happened, I tell you. Let's make this line. Yeah, let's make this road go in line with the shore. I feel like I should downgrade this one. Humbley B, thank you so much for the bits and the cheering. I appreciate that. Hope you're enjoying the stream. We can build it on that side, but not this side over here. It's actually connecting to the road. Does it just need to connect to the pipes and not the road? It's starting to feel like this is the wrong thing. What about that? Tank reservoir. Water treatment plant. Don't want to pump raw sewage into the bodies of water? You can build a water treatment plant reducing the environmental impact of the city. Purifies 85% of the pollution in sewage. Fresh water outlet. Ah. Can make ponds and stuff with it. That kind of looks like it goes anywhere and you just connect it to the pipe. What were the other things that we unlocked? Weren't they something to do with transport, perhaps? Bus station. What have we got over here? End-of-line cable car. Wow. We've got to build all this stuff at some point. A ferry stop. Ferry depot. A cargo harbour. I think those are the things that we unlocked. It kind of wants... Yeah, it wants a line over to there. Doesn't like this side. So we can't really build either of those things by the looks of it. Well, if we don't need a road, we'll get rid of the road. Maybe we'll just build some stuff nearby to connect to it. So it wants us to have that. What's going to be parallel to the road? That right there looks pretty parallel. Now what does it want? It wants to be connected with a water pipe. That makes complete sense to me. The area behind us doesn't need water pipes apparently. Is that it? It doesn't want any power? It's just going to sit here and do its thing by the looks of it. It does want power. Of course it wants power. Well, you are right next to the perfect place to get power. Humbly B says, "Oh my god, yes! At the time, Birdie, I might as well just stick with his butchering name at this point." Humbly B, sorry, Birdie says, "Humbly B, do you ever catch yourself pronouncing your name like he does because you hear it incorrectly so often?" Humbly B, I know it's H Bumblebee. It's H Bumblebee. Can I call you Humbly B? I'm already getting confused by saying something different, you know? Getting very confused over here. Goodness me. Ooh, a fire tower in this area might look pretty cool. It kind of looks like it just sits on its lonesome. There is a big forest here to take care of. Maybe we could put it in the middle of this area. Or at the entrance. Doesn't need to be connected to anything. Huh! That's a pretty interesting thing to have, because that totally gives off some security vibes. Like, how much does this thing cost? 96 per week. Hang on a second. Let's go back Let's go back to this fire thing, right? Now, how do I rotate this? Like that. Now that... Oh! Oh, you're killing me! Couldn't it just sit on the inside here? That would be so perfect. It's so perfect. I mean, we could have one in the middle on either side there, but just not in the corner. Well, let me have it in the corner over here. So I'm going to do that. Because that just looks wonderful. But not on this side, and that's fair enough. You see, it looks so much more... It looks like a prison complex all of a sudden. Wow. Oh, we've got to build a prison complex at some point, peeps. That's the thing we've got to do. That is the thing we've got to do. I'm wondering if maybe maybe a bridge to this area across there might be a good idea. It would probably create like through traffic. That's something we're trying to avoid doing. We've been very careful with where we're putting our roads, and we're keeping things separate. So there isn't a lot of through traffic, especially with this area here, which is rather big. So our demand, again, is massive for industry and offices. I think what we should do is keep expanding this area, and then perhaps build some more public transport to connect it up. Sounds like a smart idea, saying it out loud, doesn't it? It doesn't sound like a bad idea. Doesn't sound like there's much bad about that at all. Right, now what I'd like to do is get a good old grid sort of going in this area. Maybe come back far enough. Ha! There we go. That'll do. Yeah, we'll bring it out to there. Cool, we've got some power lines going through there. That's why it kind of looks a bit sloppy at the moment. Let's extend this grid out on this side as well. Let's get some more offices going on. That's all we can do right now. There's super high demand. A little bit of commercial just there. Offices, offices, offices is the name of the game. Psycho says, welcome to the Asuma Prison Complex. Your everyday J Twitch says, X, build a prison on the island. It'll be like Alcatraz. It would, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'm thinking maybe we could reserve most of this island for technical stuff like this that we've got going on. This over here looks fantastic. I feel like there's room to expand that we have missed out on here. We want to fill up these spaces. I think it's important to get in a lot of the gaps filled up sometimes. I mean, you do need some kind of bushy areas, I guess, where you've got lots of trees between areas, but there's other little spots like here where it feels like it could go a long way just to fill these in. So let's start off with a little bit of commercial, just actually not that bit. How about that bit? And then everything else can be all of this. As we're in, here might be a good opportunity to use the move tool. Something like that. I don't know if that's really going to help. Kind of looks like it won't. Right, and now what we want is a belt of green trees here. So I tried to do something actually. Here's a little story. Can you see how I've upgraded this side here? That's to create a little bit of a sound barrier between this area. I was also pushing the roads down, and actually, to my surprise, it's created a little bit of a barrier over here that I didn't notice. I was selecting them all in a row and just pushing them down, and it created a barrier. That is that thing, that's fine. Bit of death going on over here. Seems to be okay. Wow, look at the way this area here is built up. Goodness me. That's looking like something. Maybe we can make these places here a little bit nicer by giving those a park as well. You should create recreational docks in park section. Recreational docks. What tab is that in? Because that sounds super cool. Did we unlock any more stuff that we can build here? We haven't built that yet. That is the lungs of the city. That sounds lovely. I feel like that, you know, we could easily place it here. It could go anywhere really, but where would be a really nice spot to tuck something like that in? and maybe actually just in here. If we arranged some roads in an interesting way, let's go and expand this road in a straight line like this. Okay, that's... those are a little close together, aren't they? Doesn't matter. Here's what we're going to do. What was I just looking at? It was that one. Okay, so now I'm going to do that, I think. That looks about right. Going to put that in here. Uh-huh. And it's gonna have roads on all sides, basically, is what you're gonna pick up on. It's got roads on all sides, but don't worry. Right, now that's great. I like that. Let's bring this over to here. Connect that up. And then, are you gonna connect? Yeah, looks like you're gonna do that. Let's destroy that little bit that I just built. Okay, now what I'm thinking about doing here is basically adding a sort of conservation area around it, or like a block of trees, let's say. Man, I think the angles have gotten a bit janky around this area. There we go. Alright, so now what we'll do is we're going to have housing. Actually, I don't know what we are going to do here. Let's get in. No, we still need more offices. I feel like the further away it moves from the middle, it should probably get more of this type of building. Let's just zone it so we know what's going on. Right, and then these areas over here where the next set of houses can start. Those would be offices though, because they're a little bit closer. Yeah, I think I've actually zoned most of it. This bit here, let's have a commercial block. Okay, we're going to do that, and then we're going to grab that. But now, all of this like square around it is sort of going to be reserved. We're going to put lots of trees in this area. You ready? Lots and lots of trees. We got a noise in the ear. It's a subscription here from Cool77. Subscribe with Amazon Prime. Also, Captain Waters subscribed as well 5 minutes ago. And I missed it because I'm a terrible human being. To the both of you, thank you so much for your support and your subscriptions. I appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the stream and having a good time hanging out with us. Oh my goodness me, that is a big area, isn't it? Right, so don't want to overdo that too much. What about one of these smaller things? We never get a lot of those bushes in, do we? Because they're teeny tiny. So throwing in loads of those. Now let's come in with the big guns. These ones. Bam. Ooh, I just had another idea. Oh, that's a great idea. Do you know what would make this really pop? Is having some paths go through it, right? You don't let me work like that. I see, I see. Let's get the swervy-worvy path, right? If we go... what's the funky on me? We put in some little paths like this. That'll really kind of emphasize what we're going for here. We've got to rebuild the trees after, by the looks of it. On this side, I don't feel like there's really too much room for a path like that. Same, maybe not the same over here. Let's have a swirly-worvy path go kind of around through this space. That's nice. And then here, it can kind of go from here. Something like that. That could work. That really kind of emphasised that this is like a preservation area. Don't forget pipes, says Watery Panda. Watery Panda, you are definitely a panda in the water. Because you're remembering all the things that X forgets. Which is the water. Oh, that lined up pretty well. There's a little bit of a gap in the middle. Hello. Sorry. Oh, goodness me. I asked you to move into this area and immediately I messed it up. Well then. Okay, what are those buildings? They're like residential and they're not really getting... Sorry, commercial. They're not really getting built up. Can we put a little standard park just over here? Maybe... not that. Need room for a road, I think. What's the smallest type of park you can give me? Probably the dog park, right? It's always the dog park. Maybe we won't put a park there. Right, so this is having a positive impact on the environment. Let's go back to the trees. The trees, the trees, the trees. They're needed in this area, you see. Asuma, please use some of the gigantic trees somewhere else, please. Somewhere else? Well, they kind of look a little bit out of place here, don't they? I really like the idea we've come up with here. Maybe it's not the best execution. I thought this was awesome looking. Oh, jeez. Now you're telling me... Who likes it? Come on, in chat. What's the dealio? We for this or we against it? I mean, I think it looks pretty superb myself. But maybe what we need to help it mix in is to grab some of those big trees and just put them on the opposite side. A little bit spaced out, you know, just so... that one's smaller, that's really good. Just so it kind of extends that little cluster that we got right there. People are liking it. They're saying it looks great. Wonderful. So good to hear. Because I'm really liking this. Superb little project. Right. I think we're going to use the brush a bit again here. Can we get a bit more? I think that's probably all we're going to get on that front. Yeah, we have to go in and do these trees ourselves now, I think. You'll find. As the buildings come up around them, I think on that side it will make more sense where to put those. This cluster here, though, looking real good. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. And then this bit here maybe needs a bit more filling in, a bit more care. That really does look superb. I think that was a great idea. So we've got like a greenery area now in the middle of this spot. So we should... Well, we've kind of zoned this out a fair bit already, haven't we? I'm going to start zoning some more areas over here as well. Not with that type, though. Apparently there is a new building available. Jeez. Okay, yeah, that's as far into that area as we're allowed to go. A little bit of commercial there. A little bit of commercial on the corner, perhaps. That boulder can go. I think that boulder is causing problems. A little bit commercial. Stop telling me about this new building. Goodness me. Alright, that's looking absolutely fine. Clearly, I think there's call for a road just going into that space, right? It's going to go very close to these. So this is where we can start to build a tree belt. Let's go and get the entirety of that filled in. Wonderful. On the opposite side, we are going to have a park. Oh man, we could put a massive one in here. Let's do that. We haven't done that yet. I'm just spending money left, right and centre, aren't I? Just throwing money at the place. Jeez. That's looking great. Wonderful. Okay, that's my entire goals for the city achieved, says Natana. Awesome. I'm assuming you mean your own city. Malcozy says, I think he was trying to say, Asuma, that he thinks you should put more of those big trees in some other area. Oh, right. Maybe we could put them around the edge here so it looks like there was perhaps a forest of that type in this area once. Does that sound reasonable, peeps? God, it really wants to tell me about this new building, doesn't it? So maybe if we... oh, let's use the brush for this then. If this is our area... Oh, wow. Oh, that might have been a bit loud. Sorry if that just bursted an eardrum. So yeah, this side of the motorway is where we used to have a forest of this type, right? That's the story we're bringing to this area. Now, those ones are going to get built over the top of. That's fine. Let's get in here with some of this stuff as well. Don't want too much going in the middle of the road. That's wonderful. Fill that in. Wonderful. Okay. This, I feel like there could be like a line of trees just along here. Oh, do you know what would be a really cool mod if there was like a tree line mod where you could sort of, like a brush, think of a brush except it's more like a pattern. Like you'd have shapes of patterns and one of those could just be a line where they're spaced out and you could rotate it. And that would help you do something like this really quickly. See, the problem is I'm probably going to step back in a moment and realise that I've started spacing them out a lot more from one another. It's been pretty consistent so far. They started off closer together, that's for sure. Let's get them going back in that direction again then. Man, there's a lot of trees here, of course, isn't there? We could also then on the opposite side put a bit of one of those paths again. I think that's the end of that. That goes a long way. That just makes it look a little bit more planned and filled in. Lenrock says, Asuma, the one tower has no water. The one tower has no water, which... Oh, goodness me. Oh, goodness me. Glad you peeps are keeping an eye on it. We need you helping out the city. So this is a tourist attraction. There is also like a metro station pretty close to it as well. So I need to get people using the metro. I think we might need to connect it to other parts of the city, but I ain't going to be kerfuffling with that right now. So I think we're almost done with this area. Let's go back to our trees and pick out, yeah, a few more of these. Bring them up to the edge of the motorway. Fill in some of those gaps. Looking nice. Now the power line, is that necessary? Kind of is for all of that area. Well, it is what it is. More trees, please. Okay, that area is going to get built in. Lovely stuff. Okay. Doesn't that area look really nice now? Not that it didn't look nice to begin with, but... Look at these views. I feel like that tree is a bit odd. They wouldn't have kept that one in the middle of the road, right? Same over here. The ones that are right in the middle of the road just don't make too much sense. There's a big old rock there. That's cool. I've been spamming water about 20 minutes, so you didn't notice, says Baby Bannon. I got a little bit of a problem with this game, right? I get really kind of sucked into what I'm looking at, and I don't pay a ton of attention to chat, and I do apologise for that, because this is a live stream. It's just what's going on with this game is me just getting totally sucked into it. Everything else though is good. Ah, deaths in the city. Wow, we've got a death wave, peeps. This is going to happen eventually. These can be really bad if you don't deal with them properly, and I seem to remember it being quite difficult to figure out how to deal with them properly. I think ultimately what we need to do is put this building... Oh, it's happening all over the place. So we need to build crematoriums. There are new ones. Sauna. We should build some saunas around the city. I think the creme is... Oh, sports some gymnasium. Wow, there's some really cool buildings in here. A community pool. Yoga garden. Nice. Right, we're going to put one in each neighbourhood, I think is the way to go. And we'll probably focus on the entrance here as a good spot to kick something out. I think that's a little bit of commercial, so we'll take that one over. That should help with this area, so that's good. I don't think we're going to have deaths in this place just yet, but this area here is clearly struggling with it. Now, we do have a few cemeteries. Let's go and place this thing right up there, I think. Okay, and then we're going to let the game resume, and hopefully those trucks will get out there and help with the business, you know. Right, what's going on with these? They are... Emptying has been finished. That means I can bulldoze this, right? And we also need to get rid of that. Now, when I bulldoze this... Okay, we're still connected to the grid, but not quite. When I bulldoze that, I think we might have less trucks on the road, so we should probably look... Okay, do we have another landfill over here? We don't, so that might be it for those. That might just be it. Add quarries around that Tokyo Tower X. They make shores look much better, says Car Creator. Add quarries. That sounds familiar. I think I know what you're talking... Ooh. Wait, what is this tab? Water structures, rocks. Is this possibly... a quay? Oh, it's a quay! Now it's... Ah. Right. It don't seem to be too practical, does it? Now it's going to let me put something... should we do it? I think it might... Ooh. Oh, it's not. It's got to be night time. I'm trying to look at this thing, man. I'm trying to look at it. That may have done something. I'm not sure. We can also mess around with this and move it up and down. Quay is pronounced key, says White Fury. Ah, key. We're building a key. Is that a key as well? It's a flood wall. Cool. I really don't know. I've not gotten into any of this sort of stuff. This is a wonderful game, isn't it, basically? Make the floating garbage thing to make the water less polluted, says Water Hero Panda. I think we should do that. Yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. Man, this city's looking so gorgeous. And we've built it up so very, very well. Are those bubbles going away or appearing more? We've also got a def in the commercial area. Let's add... Oh, that's like literally next to one. Let's go and add one of those buildings all the way down here. I'm going to sneak you in just there. Okay, right. I believe the sun's starting to rise, right? It feels like it's getting a little brighter. Your city is awesome, says Maddo. Thank you, man. I'm glad you like to look at it. I think it's quite easy to build awesome-looking cities in this game. I think we could build one better than this. Next time we're going to do a hilly map, I think. Car Creators... Oh, wait, sorry. Carl Gaming says, I hope he notices me. Carl, you've been noticed! Oh, you've been noticed. Your everyday J Twitch says the water pollution makes the water look like feces. It's because it probably is feces. I think there's a statistic along the lines of, like, pretty much any water you're drinking in your life, it's like a 50% chance that it's been for another human. So you might be going, ew, but that's the cycle of life, man. You know? Right, now that does look good-ish in places. I feel like the move tool could do a lot for this quay thing. So let's go and grab this end and knock it down. Right, and it's moving that end down level with the ground. That's superb. That I really like. I think this is probably now too high as well. Cool. Over here, this land in front of it looks god-awful, so we'll curve that towards us. Hey, look at me. I'm doing the move tool. And I'm doing it good, right. And then I think that needs to come towards us a little bit. Just a little bit. Over here, though, that thing needs to go down and disappear into the ground as if it were never there. And it is making an absolute mess of the building behind it. So maybe... I want to make it disappear, basically. What if we move it, like, into the road a bit? It's that sort of... I think we might get away with that one. And then this here... Right, now we've hidden that a little bit. Now let's have a look. Okay, we've got some oddness with the shape. I think it means that one needs to come down. Hey, why are we in nighttime? Wasn't the sun just coming up a moment ago? I'm having trouble moving this now. Let's get rid of the move mod. I think we did an alright job on that for now. Lol says, are those people forgetting how to breathe, seeing they die so much? It's this thing in the game, you have these death waves where people who moved in a while ago just start dying a lot. It's also telling me to grow the city. And the demand is for... oh, goodness me, why have we just lost power everywhere? Connections should all be there, right? It's not a connection thing. I think we just dipped under, that's all. I think we just dipped under. Let's go raise it a fair bit. And that should bring it back up. But not enough. Let's go up even further. Okay, so we just dipped under. No need to panic. Is it me or is the city... Is this place looking like really smoggy, or is it the clouds are just coming in low? It's kind of making it hard to look at stuff. This thing's like ugly in the sense of it's an ugly thing to have, but look at the way it filled in the land just behind it. We can also, now that we can actually see it, which is a nice thing, let's use the move tool. Just tweak that a tiny little bit. Okay, and what about... Aha, there we go. That's looking great now. Actually, the whole thing looks good. It's just a bit of an awkward dip there. I think we got it. I think we really got it. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Can we put trees on it? Oh my goodness me. Please tell me we can put trees on it. You know X likes trees, right? They're cool, they are. I'm a tree hugger. Oh, we could put trees on it. Yes. Thank you ever so much. Wow. Oh, this area is going to look amazing now. So if we put them on the downside of this and don't put them on that ring that's like raised up around this, it'll give it like a tiered sort of level effect. Kind of looks like it might be a pathway as well that you could go walk on. Okay, we'll have a mix of two different types of tree here. We're not going to go crazy with it, although getting a little bit cray-cray, I'll give you that. X likes his trees, remember? Oh, that's wonderful. That's looking wonderful, isn't it? Yay, more trees, says Ghostress. More trees, yay. From this side over here, I think we can see that that needs a tap down. And that is super fine. Right, there we go. Right, we need more jobs. Jobs are in demand. They're in demand, peeps. Let's build some more jobs. I think you know where we're going to be building. We're going to extend this road out 2 more sections. We're going to get making this city larger. So that is the next section. Should we do... I'm never sure what way to do this, you know. And then it gives you that kind of problem. Right. Well, it looks like it's going to be that one. Let's bring you... No. There we are. Nice. And then just do the same thing over here. Very good. Now this one... Is that going to be a bit awkward? Nope. Right, at some point here I feel like the grid has got to change a little bit. And I think a cool way to do that might be to make this road sort of split off a little bit. And we'll do that by creating this. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful. So I don't know what's going to happen over there, but we've got that split ready to make this area even bigger. Oh, we've got a train line over here. Can't wait to bring trains into the city. Right, so let's just dedicate pretty much all of this area to those. A little bit of commercial, just popping in on the side. Same thing going on over here, a little bit of commercial. And now there's lots of places to go work. And look, people are moving in so quickly we can barely keep up with them. Luckily, I've remembered about this, so let's go do that. Yep, something like that'll do. Looking wonderful. Inferno Rainbow says X is secretly creating all Minecraft worlds. All of them? Jeez. Great Mad Hat says that city looks awesome. Thank you. Does look good, doesn't it? I really wish we got more people using the monorail. I wonder if we can upgrade these roads to be monorail roads. Let's have a look into that. So I was thinking about putting some bus transport in pretty soon. These are these types with the monorail. Oh, we can actually do that. Except there's a little bit of funkiness that would change the situation over here. We're going to do it. We're going to try and get more people commuting to this city. So, sorry. We've got the monorail line heading out like that. Which makes me think that we need another one of these intersections to go into this part of the city now. Because that's just a road connecting those two together. Now, if we build another junction here, it'll allow traffic to go into this area just like that one does. So that's fine. I'm half wondering, is there a way we can manipulate this junction to actually connect to this one over here? Probably not. We kind of want to do a flip of it, like mirror it and have the same thing going into this space, don't we? Right. I'm trying to picture where it would go. Because there's not a lot of space to work with if we had a junction just there. So maybe the better place to put it is actually down here. Just do it the civil engineering way, X is lold. What way would that be? So I guess we kind of want the opposite of this. And that's not terribly difficult to make. So if we started off with these triangular on-off ramps, we might get somewhere. Right, so what are we working with? These are 1 lanes. Right, let's go grab our highway road stuff. 1, 2, 3. We're going to go up in the air. We're going to go from one side to the other. Except we're not, because it won't let me. There we go. Now, can I just do the same thing again? I can. But I can't. I can, but I can't. Okay, I can. Am I doing that right, left and right hand driving? Yep. Except I want to reverse those. I want to reverse them, I think. Because we're actually... No, we're driving on the... Don't reverse them. So I'm driving out onto the left. Driving out on the left. Okay, it makes sense. Either side you're on, it's left. It's always left, isn't it? Car Creator says, I believe you can save custom intersections as assets. X. Oh, how would we do that then? How do we do? There is this. No, there's that. Now, how would one create? I think you don't go and make it somewhere. I think you go and make it, which is not quite the same thing we're trying to do here. Anyway. So now we need a 2-lane road going into this. Let's bring it out a little bit. Time's free. Good point. We'll slow it down. Although we're making loads of money, so that helps. Let's go out like that much. However much that is how much we're going out by. So from there to there. Oh, you got to be fussy, don't you? You've got to be fussy. Is there going to be a nice straight connection for us? I mean, it started off good, like it seemed to be okay with that bit. Then it wants to get funky. Now, why does it want to get funky when it didn't over here? A lot of that road has been manipulated, by the way, is what I'm remembering. So then it needs to become a 2-lane road. A 1-way 2-lane is how we did it. And that's how we'll do it there. So that might help us with our connection. So again, just a nice... Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Right, lovely. Lovely jubbly stuff. That leaves us with this shape to build over here on this side. So, let's see. Our road going in is the inside road. Oh, this is weird. How far away... Oh, we were actually starting pretty close. Let's grab that. I think we start off with a little bit like this. And then we need to do some big curving around. Right. Wish me luck, peeps. I'm not good at this stuff. We'll have to do a lot of road manipulation after this, I think. Yeah. It's okay, but we'll use the move tool now, so... Gonna bring these things in. See, I think what happens is when the game makes the roads, it's got a nice way of making these things that we're currently manipulating makes them nice and smooth, and then when we go and mess with them, we kind of ruin that. That's not too bad, is it? In fact, looking at that one, there's not too much difference in it. So now what we've got to do is have a connection come off the road and go in the opposite direction. So let's just double check. That is going in the right direction, which is off, and now we've got one that's going on. So we kind of need to build it from this way. Cool. I like this. We're making it work. We're making it work, peeps. Don't you think? I think we're making it work. I need to make this thing go downwards as well, a little bit at a time. like that, and then we need our connection. Come on now, give us a nice curvy one. I think what we'll do is that, and use some manipulation. Right, so let's go and start manipulating this road. Where does it first look a bit wonky? Just around here. I think actually we'll start with moving that nice and close. Very good. Now, I think having them go down at the same height would look really good as well. I think that one there needs a little bit of manipulation. Oh, it's looking wonderful from that angle. Okay. And then this one comes away a little bit, doesn't it? No, that's not the way to do it. Neither's that. I think it might be that one. Actually, maybe that's the place for it to be. And then that one. Cool, so we just built the same junction again over here in the opposite direction. That looks fantastic. Who likes that? Let's see in chat. Good luck. We believe in you, says Spangleby. Thank you. Thank you. I need it. Look at that mouse go, says Core Gaming. Got some pro mouse skills. Yay. Alright. So this monorail that we're building here, this road needs to split up at some point, I think is the truth. Let's go grab our upgrades for the monorail. Looks good, says Humblebee. AKA H Bumblebee. Double Trump et now, says Janks. Ghosterus says looking good. We're looking good. Good to hear. So let's go and move. Let's move our road here now in the other direction. I'm going to curve around over here. And at some point that monorail is going to have like a station, right? So maybe we should get the station in before we get too carried away. I'm not getting a lot of people using the monorails, looking at the stats, and it's not good. May end up shutting it down. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know if we're ever going to get to a point where we need to manage the city in that way. We seem to be doing really good, just as we're going. Right, so there. Nice. Go back to the roads. That might be the end of it. Or do I need to have a loop? I think I need to have a circle. Yeah, I think that's what we need. So let's go. That's kind of straight with that. That can perhaps connect around there. And then let's go and add a bit of a circle shape. Oh, or like that. Right, that's not the craziest thing ever, is it? Let's turn this thing off so it stops moaning. Stop moaning! Yeah, that might be able to get away with that. And then this thing needs to connect to that thing. That's going to be interesting. So let's go grab a 2-lane road with trees. Now we want those to drop down relatively nice. That's in the middle. And it can just connect there. Okay, so two-way road in, two-way road out. Right, here's where things get interesting, peeps. Oh, that's ugly. What's going on with that road? Oh no, be like the other one. There we go. I think I'll just let that be. Don't think that needs much. Oh, do you know what we can do with the move tool? We'll grab that and we'll move it down. And it'll make the rest of it follow in a little bit smoother. What do you think of that? I think that looks great. And cars are using it already, peeps. They love it. Oh, they can't believe they got a new road. Wonderful. It makes a lot of sense, actually, because this, at the moment, it's go through there, go in here, go all the way down there, and then out here. Whereas this one gives you a straight connection through there. Wonderful. Well, we've set things up for the future in that spot, haven't we? Haven't we just? Any tips on getting Asuma's attention? Hashtag fanboy. Just kidding, guys, says Martin Gay. I usually pick up on paragraphs. Zokarex says you don't actually need a circle. It works like a train track. Ah, okay. Maybe for our own, like, vanity needs, aesthetics, we'll have a little section like that. Or maybe we'll come back and revise that. So whatever area... Oh, goodness me, that is a fire. That's not nice. That's not nice. Maybe I should have built a fire watch tower in this area, right? What parts of the city don't have much fire coverage? Not a crazy amount, really. I don't really feel like building something for the industrial area here. So our main demand at the moment is commercial, obviously. Use the wrong road, says Wictordoc. What was the last road that I built? That appears to not be one-way roads. Well spotted, my friend. Well spotted. Very good. Also, looks a bit wonky from up here. Just from. Oh no! I need an undo button. Oh, what an idiot! Why did he do that? No one knows. No one knows the mystery of the dirt. Okay. Now, does it still look odd? This side now looks odd. So let's go to the move it tool. Todd Bridge. Let's just touch those in a little bit. Yeah, I think that's looking cool. So now we've got a couple of trumps. There are a couple of trumpets. And I like how right at the middle of the two trumpets there's a road going across. That's quite a nice pattern, isn't it? Yeah, oh, how to build up these areas then, because it is looking really good here. Oh, that whole area built up. Wow. Looks lovely. So's all of that. It's all just getting built up. Let's go zone some of this. Like I said, though, it is apparently, and that little section there, it is the commercial that we need to do next. Now, here's what we've been doing. I've been trying to separate commercial zones by having them come off our main highway system as opposed to being in the middle or directly in these sort of sections, right? But we do actually have little bursts of commercial here and there, which seems to work really well so far. Now I'm thinking this spot here could perhaps be commercial with a road coming off of it, or we do some sort of expansion to this area, which is probably the best bet. Might even be quite easy to do something like that. If we look at this road here, this feels like the road of opportunity. Let's go grab this type of road, since that's what we've been doing here. And let's, oh, nice little curve, like, oh, hang on. Oh, getting too close, are we? Let's try and make that work some magic here. We just go one more. Like that. And then have straight roads. Ha! Come all the way down to this section. Let's destroy that last bit, bring it out to about there. There you go. That seems like a fair way to expand it. And that road is probably going to break, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff there that people seem to be quite keen on using. We have loads of cyclists in the city, it's great. Did you ever build a diverging diamond, says Zocker Axel. No, I know the interchange. I've got a feeling we might be able to build something like that on here. So maybe next stream what I do is I bring in a little bit more of a plan as to what we're doing. That could be good. Right, let's build this up with a bit of high density there, regular density around it. That is the demand, so no surprise to see. We got traffic problems, peeps. X likes to solve traffic problems, although I don't really know how, to be quite frank. Maybe a road going down there would split the traffic. Let's go get one of these. Before I rush into building it, we probably don't want it close to the houses, so let's go build our connection. Yeah, just like that. I'll tell you what, that's probably going to go, isn't it? Okay, so let's go look at where the power grid is all connected. We don't even need any of this, which might open up some more building space. Oh yes, it does. Right, now no one's using that road yet, which makes me think we should turn this into a two-way road. Let's go do that. So they can go in that spot there. Which basically means, you know, rather than having everything funnel through there, some of it goes that way. It might not be the best solution. I think you'll find this is possibly trying to make its way incineration plant. It's trying to go through here to get to this part of the city. So, in my mind, that means what we probably need is an intersection here and a highway that goes off in this direction. right? Because then we can create junctions that go into this central area from different angles. Let's leave ourselves some reminders for X's brain thinking about stuff. So we're thinking about having an intersection come off of there. Maybe we'll make that a diverging diamond. I don't know if that would be suitable. Watery Panda says, when are you going to stream this next? I don't know. I don't know is the answer. I'm really enjoying it, so sooner than later possibly. Sooner than later indeed. Maybe another thing we could do is put another strip just in this space. Let's go grab some roads. We'll use that junction there. Alright, so something like that. Change this road up here to two-way roads. Right, and then that means we can put some commercial stuff going on in here. I think we're going to go... Let's make that low, and then the next bit high. Just these bits here, they can be high. Right, now that's interesting. They're favouring this, but like I said, it's kind of like they're just not using that one and going over here now. And that's fine. Makes a lot of sense, I guess. So maybe there's like overlapping traffic here that's slowing things down. Things want to go that way. And it's the fact that they're crossing over that is probably the biggest problem in my eyes. Which means that this road here we once thought was good, maybe not. But when we built that, we took traffic away from these central areas. So I think what we need is either an underground road that goes through here, which I never like doing that, sneaky underground roads. We need a better system here, like... What if we were to make this an on only and then that one an off? Not sure that would help. My cat just dropped a hairball. Fun, says Lost of Pluto. Cat's coughing up hairballs, eh? Sounds like something from a movie. I mean, I haven't had a cat, so that's like my reference is obvious, right? Like that's where I know about cat stuff from. Some movie I saw where it coughed up a hairball. Jeez. Let's get that. Let's get some more of these buildings in here. Still got demand for them, you know. And what is that? What is that? Let's upgrade all of that. All of that magic, that jazz. Let's destroy that connection. Fill in all of that as well, and this. That looks super cool. Man, I want to build some more fancy stuff. Like, are we on the way to unlocking more things? We might be. Capital City. Is that it? Is that... No, Colossal City? There's more metropolitan... Oh my god, there are milestones galore. Well, I guess we should focus on expanding some more of... what should we do here? We're thinking about having a junction. Let's change up our plan a little bit. Or maybe not. Here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a row of houses there. I mean, that's bam, done. And then this area, we never expanded much of this, did we? I think I'm going to leave a barrier of trees there and just fill in most of that. Let's have a block of houses over here. We prepared this area and then we never really did much with it. Let's make sure there's some water there as well. Yeah, we prepared all of that. I think I'll make the stuff behind it the lower density. So all of that can be prepared now. I think these are redundant. Kind of look redundant. And we'll do that there. A little bit of commercial mixed in, just somewhere. Just a couple of blocks. Bam. And yeah, go on, have all of that. We got a noise in the ear. It's Spangle Boo here with donations saying do not read out loud. Okay. I hear you, Spangle. I hear ya. It's like we're beer buddies, but not. Yeah, I like... It's been winding me up. I imagine maybe you're going through something the same. It's not the biggest deal in the world, really, is it? That's what you've got to remind yourself, Spangle. That's what people have been telling me, so I'll tell you the same thing. It'll be cool. It'll all be back to normal one day, and then you'll have to tattoo something on your face. Yeah, tattoo something on your face that says "Don't do it," and you won't regret that because that'll be a constant reminder that you shouldn't do things that you regret, like getting a giant tattoo on your face. I think I was going to say we should fill in this area here, but I don't think we should. I think that we should get trees along here. There is a bit of a theme, right? That there's like this boulevard has loads of trees there, so this one should be the same. I've upgraded it to have a sound barrier. Wow, ringing in my ear. I guess that means like a hearing ear cell. Ear cell, great. I can't even remember what they're called. A cell just died in my ear, and it means that I can't hear anymore that frequency ever again. That's how it works when you hear ringing in your ear. All of that stuff's going to get filled in a moment. Yeah, I want a barrier, a relatively thick barrier of trees over here between the motorway and the big old houses that look over. And more ringing in my ear. Why am I ringing in my ear all of a sudden? The cells are dying. They're not hearing stuff anymore. So when you hear ringing in your ear, that is the sound of a frequency that you'll never hear again. But there are gazillions of frequencies. That's cool. X, can you try to pronounce my name? Says Kia. Oh, jeez, tried. Green belts. Hype, says H. Bumblebee. Yes, green belts. Belt of trees to prevent the pollution spreading in. I don't know if that actually helps in this game, but in theory it kind of does in real life, right? To have a bunch of trees between a motorway and a city. How much money are we making? 21,000. Yeah, it's all right. It could probably be tweaked and changed a fair bit. Oh, that's really well done, actually. That's really well done. Do you know, I think there's something nice you can do with this kind of tree placement, which is actually to remove the ones in the middle of these areas, because then when you've got trees on the outsides but not in the middle, it kind of looks like they've demolished that to build the road. Like here, we're not going to put trees just in there. We're going to get rid of them because it gives you that kind of effect, doesn't it? Right, I think all of this area here, we're just having fun placing trees now, aren't we? There. Oh, that's... Oh, fill it in. That's good. And then we'll use the placement manually just to bring them right over to the edge. All of that there. All of the... Actually, there's probably room for... Oh, no, that's just a different type of road. More happy little trees, says Dion with a Bob Ross. Yeah, happy little trees. It's our little secret, this tree right here. Oh, can we build... Oh, look at this. We should zone off this area. Let's have some more houses just in this spot. There might be like other little... Yeah, there's little areas all over the place that we kind of missed a bit. Man, we're making this city look really complete at the moment. Let's get the sun up, man. I feel like I want to... That's a nice view, actually. I like that we've got this high-density strip just around here. We're going to have another one developing over on that side. Again, we have built up the place a little bit, and look at the demand. It has skyrocketed for more offices and stuff like that. This area is getting pretty close to the smog and the pollution. It's not good for our citizens' healths, is it? Right, so how are we going to deal with this, like, change over here? I reckon we might be able to do something interesting if we bring a straight road out like that, and it kind of lines up with that, but not quite. I say not quite, it kind of does line up with it very well. Which makes me think, if we draw... Yeah, let's actually change this up a little bit, right? If we draw that and we create a new grid coming out this way, that's not actually exactly central. Or we could do that. Oh, let's do that, actually. Now here's where we get super interesting. Alright, so bring the grid out Oh, come on now. Come on now. Yeah. I tried. I tried so very hard. There we go. It's probably going to need, like, an extra bit, isn't it? Oh, hang on a second. Now, this isn't working at all. Because that's not actually in the middle. That's the problem I'm facing. So let's go out. Same distance on either side. Destroy that. Straight road there. Straight road there. That's what I'm talking about, right? So now we've got to something a little bit different, a little bit interesting. Cool, and guess what we're going to fill this area to the brim with? Going to fill it to the brim with all of these. Oh yes we are. Are you a rock? Are you a rock in the area? Making the zoning difficult. Cool, sure. Cool, sure. Right, and then we'll use this little space in the middle here, I think, to put in commercials. Let's do some high density there, just because it's kind of odd looking. Oh, and then maybe a park just in this space, or a unique building. Let's go check our unique buildings. We've got a noise in the air to check out as well. Do we have to build a festival area? I think we're out of options for these. They're also very big. Let's go for a regular park type thing then. Ah, perfect. Bam, fits right in the middle there. That's great. Also, while I remember, why don't we put some paths and things like that in? Just on either side. Because we don't build enough of those anymore. Hi. Let's change the tool to that one. Bam. And then over on that side, bam to there. Very good. Lots of ways to get to the park. Got a noise in the ear. 2. I missed one 7 minutes ago. Mardi Gras Kid. Resubscribed for 8 months in a row. Thank you so much for that wonderful support, buddy. Can't believe I missed it. Jeez, what a noob. Scottish Noob is here as well saying... Tinnitus is when a hair in the cochlear has split in half due to excessive wear, not a cell dying, which is a common misconception. You are correct in saying that it is a frequency you will never hear again, though. Thank you, Scottish Noob, for the clarification. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? Someone says it, and then it just gets passed on. It's like the old you need to drink a glass of... a glass of milk every day. It's just like, it's not an actual health thing, it's an industry thing. Common misconception. Look at that, wonderful. Thanks for the donation, man, appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Peeps in chat are saying water lines, we're on it. Let's check our budget for stuff. Water availability, goodness me. We're letting it slip a little bit. Let's go build another pump. Right, let's get a pump over here. Bam. Oh look, they're using my road. I'm so happy to see it. Oh, they're using the road. Wonderful. Oh, everyone is. Not just my garbage trucks, but my garbage trucks are using the road. That's good to see. Hey, we've also got a load of area over here that needs zoning. Let's go and do that. Let's get this little strip here sort of into place. Cool. And maybe that block there. Let's check the pipes. Pipes are all good. Cool. So again, it's commercial. We've done I think we've done a really great job of building up this area in this stream. That's just looking stunning. This is, you know, a start. We got to find some props and things that fit this area. I think that thing looks really ugly there, actually. It needs better position. So I like the way we're sort of filling up the space. That's really good. And I think maybe what we're going to need soon is like a green belt. So if we do add in this junction here, I think that might be better to swing around from over here, but we are building a little bit too close to places, right? Like this area here, clearly in need of some more trees. Let's fill that in. We want to get that standing out, really. Yeah, should have done that a while ago. Okay, and then I'm going to grab those big bushy ones that come in a group of 4. Plop some of these down around here as well. Yeah, it was like I told someone something they never heard of in Dutch, says Drove. Okay. X, make that commercial, says you everyday Twitch. We're being very careful with our commercial. We got a lot of traffic coming over this bridge. I think it's probably reaching its point over here, isn't it? We definitely need to deal with that. Oh, so I did a thing and then messed up big time by the looks of it. So traffic needs to be fixed in that area. So that's good now. That looks like a proper belt of greenery, which I like very much. Might look good to have it just some trees over the edge there. I think what would be really cool would be able to change the terrain color. Like this is just like steady green. Do we need those power lines? We do. And I think maybe with some different colors in there it would help break up the terrain, because we're kind of putting in a lot of trees here just to break things up, right? That's what I feel like I'm doing. Maybe it's not the best way to do it. That is wonderful. It's really nicely built up now, I think. Lots of traffic moving through this area, that's good to see. Cool, cars all over the place really. And this strip over here is slowly starting to build up. Let's check out the education. A little bit skimmed over here. If I do that, does it reach that area? It doesn't quite. Maybe it does a little bit. Let's put another school just in that area. I'm going to build all of this up anyway, so it'll serve the people living here. There we go. That being said, I wanted these to be high-rises. Cool. We have a noise in the ear from Kraken05Do. Resubscribe 3 months in a row saying, love your vids, X, keep up the good work. When you get there in your city, get the Eden Project. It drastically increases happiness. Oh yeah, we're aiming for it. We're trying to increase on all fronts. I think we're coming close to having, well, we are sort of having traffic issues that we need to fix. Yeah, we need to fix this here big time, and I'm not sure quite what to do. Might be a smart idea to actually have the straight over connection here actually start further back, so it doesn't have this sort of loop around like that, but we'll think about. Oh yeah, okay, so that's what we're doing next stream. We're fixing that problem. The traffic in this area is wonderful. Maybe people are using the monorail. Let's check out our public transport statistics. So we have 226 per week on the monorail. I have no idea if that is good or not. It seems to be working. I think the offices don't create a lot of traffic as well, which is good. And people can probably walk to work from these buildings over here. I just remembered something. We had a high-tech district here. Do you notice how the district kind of changed a little bit over in this area? That's because it ain't high-tech. But I like it. It kind of gives this area a little bit of a different character. So I think we'll keep it that way. But on the opposite side and in this area, we're going to have it all part of that. All part of that. We're starting to see some deaths in this area as well. But we do have one of those in place. Let's just go and put down another one on this side of the city. Right, I think, peeps, that's where we're going to have to wrap this one up. Let's check out that problem. You are just very unfortunately positioned a little bit too far away. It's looking good. Derpopolis is looking really good, isn't it? Especially that area over there. We need to take a lesson from that and start extending it throughout these other parts. Cool. X, please take more attention to the chat, says Carl Gaming. Hey, I did my best. Anyway, that's going to be it from me this stream. I hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. As always, your support is appreciated. And we'll go do a raid, as we always do. Let's see who's streaming. Might just pick someone from City Skylines today, I think. Yeah, I reckon we'll do that. Ah, that means I've got to search it up. Right, I'm going to pick a channel playing City Skylines to go raids, and I have no idea what I'm sending you to, so if they're swearing or it's not family friendly or anything, I apologise. It's just going to help someone else out who plays the game. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later, everyone. Bye-bye.